Hello Facebook, Michelle Kramer here, coming to you live, your Live Abundantly life and health coach. I apologize if you were watching my previous video today. Somehow I got disconnected and it just ended abruptly. So I deleted that one and we're starting over. So this week we've been talking about motivation. On Monday we talked about how to, what is killing your motivation, how you've lost it, what reasons you might have. That included suboptimal motivators like money and status, and then some motivation killers such as envy or inaction. Yesterday we talked about how to get your motivation back. One of the things I mentioned there was lowering the bar. I know that sounds a little weird, so go back to that video and check it out and see what that means. Today we're going to talk about keeping your motivation. In addition to the things that get your motivation back, and discovering what your motivation truly is, and taking care of the motivation killers, there's some other steps that you can take in order to stay motivated. So the first thing is taking care of yourself. You want to make sure that you are caring for your body in order to stay motivated. If you're tired, if you don't feel good, if you're run down, then you're not going to be able to keep up with whatever you're trying to accomplish. You're just not going to have anything to do with it. No matter how much your heart is in it, you're not going to keep that motivation and maintain it. So some ways to keep your body healthy, of course, are a good, strong diet. I highly recommend limiting sugar intake and working on those good, healthy fats. Some examples are nuts and avocados and things like that. And staying, of course, away from the bad fats like margarine and vegetable oil and things like that. You want to give your body those things that are going to sustain you. Those good, healthy fats. Proteins are going to sustain you and give you the energy for the day. Of course, you want to stay active too, because that releases endorphins, keeps you happy and joyful, and that'll help keep you motivated. I also recommend supplementation. We live in an environment where we can't control the things that we are exposed to as far as toxins go, and we can't really control a lot about our food unless we're raising our own meat and crops and doing all of that on our own. We can't control all of that. So supplementation in today's environment is critical to having a healthy lifestyle so that your body can process the things that it's exposed to. So taking care of yourself is the first step to staying motivated. Secondly is self-talk. How are you talking to yourself? Examine that. If you're calling yourself a failure all the time, if you're down on yourself all of the time, that's going to just drain your motivation, and you're going to be right back at square one trying to figure out what happened. How do I get motivated again? So in order to stay motivated, you need to have positive self-talk. You need to have affirmations. I take Post-it notes and put them around my office. I can, encouraging myself, you can do this. You've got this. Guys, I may make it look easy, but it is not easy to just put yourself out there and do these live videos all the time. It's very vulnerable because it's live. So if I mess up, if I stumble over my words, it's just out there for everybody to see, but it's also genuine. And so I want to continue doing it that way. But if I'm telling myself that I can't do this, if I'm being hard and down on myself, then I'm not going to be motivated to do it. So it's all about self-talk. That also ties in to who you're spending your time with and who is pouring into your life. If you've got people in your life that you spend a lot of time with that are super drama, super negative, always tearing other people down, even if they're not tearing you down directly, if they're tearing down others, or even tearing themselves down, that's going to pull at you. That's going to drain you too. And that's not going to keep your self-talk on a positive level if that's the people you're spending time with. Just as we talked about finding a mentor and somebody that'll hold you accountable to get your motivation, to stay motivated, you need that accountability, and you need those friends and family around you that are going to uplift you and that are going to maintain a positive attitude. And then finally, in order to stay motivated, find out what areas you need growth in and start working on it. Really, this comes down to not just examining yourself, but talking to the people that are closest to you, mentors, family members, your closest friends, and just having a real conversation and say, look, I want to make myself the best me I can be. So tell me some areas that you feel like maybe need a little work. And going to somebody who can help you in those areas, of course, is even better, that they can show you some things. You need to have a teachable spirit, though. You need to not take offense to when you approach somebody and ask them to help you find the areas you need work on. Don't take offense to what they have to share with you. You need to be teachable and approachable and ready to learn new things and expand who you are. And by growing who you are, by growing in those areas that maybe are minor weaknesses or major weaknesses for you, you're going to be able to maintain your motivation because you're seeing growth and change in yourself that will actually expand your motivation. Your goals will grow along with your character. So these are my steps. This is a short video today, but these are my steps and recommendations for maintaining your motivation when you get it. I highly recommend you go back and look at all of my motivation videos from this week about motivation killers, about getting your motivation back, getting that mojo back, and then sustaining your motivation today. So I'm not really sure yet what my next topic is going to be. So if you have recommendations, please comment below with what you'd like to see me talk about. Again, this is Michelle Kramer, your Live Abundantly life and health coach, and I pray that you all have an amazing day.